Welcome to the first day of Eight Lights for Eight Nights. God willing, over the next week plus, we're going to s mention just a very brief idea related to the holiday of Hanukkah with hopes of making the world a little bit brighter, God willing, through our learning and through our journeys over the next 8 days. We will merit to see wonderful miracles in the world, including bringing our beloved hostages home, including bringing peace to our beloved country of Israel. And with that, we will begin. So there is a well-known question asked by the Beit Yosef regarding the holiday of Hanukkah, and that is, why is it that we celebrate the holiday for 8 days instead of for 7 days? We know the miracle of the oil was that it lasted for 7 extra days, which means that the first day wasn't a miracle at all. This is the famous question, and there are hundreds and hundreds of answers that are offered. I want to share with you an answer given by the Taz. You see, the Taz explains, quoting in the name of the Zohar, that the reason why we have to celebrate 8 days instead of seven is because you have to understand a principle by which Hashem brings miracles to the world. Miracles are brought to the world only attached to something else. In other words, says the Zohar, the first and most important miracle that was the foundation of the oil lasting for 7 extra days was that by the end of day one, there was still a little bit of oil that was left over. And because of that oil that was left over, that's what allowed for the rest of the miracle to occur, that the rest of the 7 days lasted with that little extra oil that was left. This is not a requirement per se. Obviously, Hashem could do any sort of a miracle that he wants to, but the point is, says the Zohar, that this is the principle by which Hashem created the world. Anytime a miracle comes, it always has to be attached to something in reality, and just that reality then is miraculously able to expand. And so therefore we celebrate Hanukkah for all 8 days and not just seven, because it's not that the miracle only lasted 7 days, that the candles lasted for 7 extra days, but even on the first day, that there was a little bit of oil left over. That itself was a miracle. 7 plus 1 would therefore be 8 days, and that's why we celebrate 8 days of Hanukkah. The truth is, though, that if you look at this idea, you understand something quite special, and that is that if miracles can only be attached to something tangible in reality, to some sort of a real vessel in this world, much like the miracle of Hanukkah needed the tangible oil, so too do we have to realize for ourselves in our own lives, if we want miracles, it has to be attached to something tangible, to something real, and therefore it's a responsibility upon each and every one of us, for any miracles that we're asking for in our lives, to recognize that we have to do some sort of a physical trying effort, something that demonstrates that we are doing our best to bring about the miracle, because it's only with the creation of something small, physical, to attach the rest of the miracle to, that the miracle can actually take place. And so therefore, anyone who is in need of some sort of salvation, some sort of saving, some sort of a redemption in this world, has to realize that the way that that redemption comes, the way that those miracles can take place, is only if we put in a little bit of that effort, in a sense, create the kli, create the vessel by which to allow the rest of the miracle to pour out of it. And with that, we hope and pray that the rest of the Hanukkah should be a beautiful one, filled with light, joy, and happiness. We wish everyone a beautiful day.